Welcome to BMC The World. If you want to know what it's all about, Black Mass Cartel Incorporated. I am CEO. I am my brand. I am him. H.I.M. Him am I, and I am him. Hood inspiration and motivation. Now today, y'all is gonna learn a little bit about me. May learn a lot more about me than you'll ever learn in any other interview, just because you're in the secret headquarters of my home, my privacy, my personal space. Now, welcome to BMC The World, and may I help y'all in the best of my ability. Because right now I'm looking for some beats that I can go in and do what I do after this interview. It'll probably go up on YouTube before the interview do. But, on to the interview. Let's get it.
Okay. What's going on with you? What you got going on?
Oh, man, a whole lot going on with not a whole lot of time to get it all done. It's kind of hard.
Well, give us a little bit. What you trying to do?
Working on independent mixtape that I'm independently pushing through YouTube. Ski Mask Season. If y'all look on YouTube, my first video was so long ago. I didn't even have dreads yet. I was a curly head. Now I'm a mop top, dirty head.
I see.
It's understood, and I struggled for a reason. I got where I got for a reason now. It's on a bigger and better thing. Sometimes you got to get it on your own when the rest don't want to fucking give it to you.
True. So how long you been rapping, yo?
I've been rapping since I was about 18. Good 18. That's when I figured out I could rap. And that was the first time I really had to sit down inside somebody's prison and had to evaluate myself and realize I listen to all the rap music in the world. Beanie Siegel. That's when the state property movement and all that problem.
That was real music.
Oskino, shout out to the big homie O. Welcome home, my nigga. Listen to niggas like Beanie Siegel, Petey. The city had a nice buzz. But at the same time, I realized I'm listening to all these rappers out of the city, in the city. Some of them really do this life, some of them don't. But I realized I'm sitting in jail going through the shit they rapping about. Why I keep watching other niggas make millions and help other niggas make millions when I can get millions myself.
True. So what's going on besides your music? What's going on in your life besides your music right now?
Focusing on getting my brand straight. My brand meaning we went from Black Mass Cartel Entertainment to Black Mass Cartel Incorporated. Reason being, entertainment sometimes solidifies you and puts you in a specific category. I'm not in a specific category. I'm pretty much helping anything that's willing to get money and focus on getting more money to make more money and bring the family to a higher, better being. So I changed it to Incorporated because my wife has a cooking channel going on. My son knows how to draw. My son also wants to be a rapper. My youngest son is trying to find his talents. My daughter trying to find her talents. Who knows what all I can support and what all I can do. Got clothing line, visions, got visions, movies, books. There's so much going on, so you gotta really look at it. Is it really just? It's not a record label. It's not. I don't want nobody to think, oh, it's all about the music. It's not all about the music. Honestly, the music is the last thing it's really about.
So how did you come up with the name BMC Goldie?
To set the record clear, because on YouTube it's still under BMC Papers. I started off as BMC Papers, just plain old papers, but BMC always at the beginning because of Black Mass Cartel. I am the CEO. I'm my brand, so I always carry the BMC no matter what I do. Reason I drop papers because everywhere you click on YouTube there's a million rappers in every city, every state named Papers. Something to do with papers. So what I did, I switched my pitch up. Goldie Mac was my favorite movie because he made people understand the difference between a Mac and a pimp. A pimp lays his hand on women. A Mac, he understands his position and focus on what he got to do and try his hardest to get the woman in position without actually physically causing harm, which is actually a form of being a man. And as I look at it, I never heard no rap with Goldie. So, Goldie's in town. And I ain't going nowhere for a long time. And I've been here for a long time.
How long you been rapping?
I'm rapping since I was about 18. But been around music all my life.
And what can we expect with and from you in the next few years?
More focus, more vision, more opportunity. Hopefully, doors are open, talking to a lot of people through emails, trying to make some doors open, make some opportunities happen because it's not easy when you're doing it all alone. But at the same time, it's only as hard as you make it, and you'll get wherever you want to get if you really want to get there. And reason I love music so much, music, it was my only release to stress and pain throughout my whole life. So I always had a love for music. I just didn't know I would end up being an artist one day. And shout out to DJ Washington for helping me see that vision as an artist, because he had me around so much music, so many studios, so many artists. I realized I'm around what I am. And I definitely appreciate the gift you helped me open my eyes and see on me.
How old are you?
29.
That ain't old.
It ain't over, but I've been through a whole lot. 29 years, and some of these motherfuckers been through that, went to wars and went into militaries and everything else. Them North Philly streets ain't the prettiest thing in the world.
That's where you from?
Yes, from that good old place they call Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, also known as Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is also my name on Facebook. Yeah, I love my city to the day I'm gone. Norfolk Duff is where I'm from, also known as where it's cold at, also known as the jungle, and so many other names. And the biggest part of the city, the most important part of the city, the realest part of the city, Frida Homie Meek Mill is also a Norfolk Duff representative.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood, if you don't mind.
Childhood, beautiful and fun all the way up until 9. Then shit got hectic, got thrown in the system. From 9 to 18, it was juvenile placement at the juvenile placement, home visits if you earn it, fighting your way to the top. One thing people don't understand about DHS and child services, defects, whatever you want to call them, wherever you live, them people ain't really there to help. Man, some of the people intentions are to help, but the picture is so big, those few people can't make such a big impact. It's like being a CO in a jail, but you a CO that's there for the people. One CO can't fix the whole fucking jail when you got 90,000 niggas in here that got a whole 30 other thousand COs that's a whole nother what. You know, that's like a lot of these juvenile placements throughout the United States, man, they really penitentiary for kids. And they need to be reevaluated, looked at over, you know, I don't know, like there's a lot going on in the system and them kids' voices don't never be heard. I know, because I was one of them.
How many kids you got?
I have 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl.
How old is the oldest?
The oldest is 11 now. He just recently turned 11. Happy belated birthday to that big head, BJ.
What about the other 3?
The second oldest is Zakai. That's in Virginia. Long story short, baby mama drama, and it ain't always the daddy fault. A lot of men and women know what I'm talking about out there. It ain't always the man's fault. Don't fault the man because he can't be what you want him to be. Just accept who he is and be happy that he want to be around. Lesson learned, lesson taught. Never forget it. Peel out your pens and pads through my interviews because you might learn you a thing or two. My daughter, she 9. That's my pride, my joy. Reason being because girls these days tend to not have men in their life. And as they get older, they find their way getting pregnant at early ages. Looking for love through men because they never had that male figure, so they don't know the real way to look for it. And I'm happy my daughter got her dad in her life. And my daughter know if she ever need a man in her life, she come to daddy first. She don't ever need nobody for nothing. She gonna learn to be Miss Independent, get it on her own, and always got her daddy and her brothers as her backbone.
So what about the last one, number 4?
And Dante, oof, midget. Call him midget because he is so tiny to be about to be 8 years old. So. But that boy, he changing like the weather. He getting taller. His attitude changing. I don't know what he gonna do with himself. Honestly, the only one that I know for sure, I know what their talent is right now, is BJ. He is gifted at writing music, and he is highly gifted at art. He can draw anything he see, draw anything that comes to his mind, and it look like a grown artist then drew it. The other 2, they still in their child form. They just want to play, act silly, don't listen to nobody, get beatings, get put on punishment, all that typical stuff.
Okay. So where do your music come from?
It come from everything I've been through. From juvenile placements to losing my mom at 18 to going to jail at 18 to coming home at 25. My son being 4 days old when I go to jail to coming home and he almost 10 years old. You know, it's like coming home to so much difference and leaving when it was so much different. Like I said, when I went to jail, state property was buzzing. Beanie Siegel was driving Bentleys. You know, it was a movement going on in Philly. When I come home from jail, takedown records done been indicted. Such and such snitching, such and such snitching. This record label done been indicted. This record label ain't doing nothing no more. Beanie Siegel fell off. Beanie Siegel going in and out of jail. You know, shout out to Beanie Siegel because he paid the way for Philly. But at the same time, you know, I know it's a whole lot that he wish he would have did differently. And I try to learn from other people's mistakes, you know. And I just know I come from a place that's highly talented. And I watched it throughout my life. Growing up, all the kids in Philly watched the Cosby Show. So you know Bill Cosby was talented and he's rich. All the kids watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know about West Philly, Will Smith, you know. So being as though we from Philly and we see these TV shows on TV, we realize our city is about something. Our city come from somewhere. Boys and Men having all the oldie stations on Smash, and they a young group at the time back in the 90s and stuff. It's like it was always a musical movement going on in Philly. Eve with the Rough Riders movement, you know. Charlie Baltimore with her little movement. It was so much going. It been so many things that went on in the city. It's like when Meek Mills finally opened the door again and said, "Philly in this building, Philly taking over. We gonna get rich and we ain't going broke ever again. We gonna keep getting richer." I realize, you know, it ain't so much. Oh, I'm gonna sound like Meek Mills, like a lot of dudes making a mistake of in Philly. It's more so is I'm gonna get that hunger for more in that drive. If one man, you done seen Soulja Boy do it. You done seen Meek Mills do it. You done seen so many artists do it through YouTube and independent movements and inspiration. If you know you got that drive, inspiration, then you why not go for your independent movement? And it's ever since a kid, I always was that outsider that did my own thing and had my own little circle, and there never was too many people. And it's like I always did it for a reason. So now this is the reason. Black Mass Cartel, you know. My independence. I'm always gonna be that independent little guy that everybody say, "Oh, where he come from with it? He came out of nowhere." Yeah, I always come out of nowhere. Nowhere is the place to come from, because when you come from nowhere, when you get somewhere, you appreciate it, and you're never scared to see nowhere, because you know you can always get out of it.
Okay, so basically we're gonna be hearing a lot of pain in your music.
A lot of pain, well, some people call it the trap. I like to ride with Young Scooter on this one. I ain't calling it the trap. I'm going to call it the jug. I'm riding with the jug. I come from the jug.
You still?
Where crack, weed, pills, syrup, every drug you can think of come from. Everything the government put into the hood, I come from it. Come from where guns are sold on the street, kids get shot, kids doing shootings. I come from it. I know about it. I've been charged for so much of it. And I've overcame it. And it's like, why not speak on it? Why not give people... help people understand I come from where you come from. I see your vision, but I made it out. You can make it out, and I didn't make it out easy. Nobody paid my way as of right now. Nobody's paying my way for nothing. Nobody pays for my beats. Nobody pays for my music. Nobody pays for me to go on YouTube and do anything. Nobody pays for me to talk how I talk, do how I do, move how I move. It's what I am. It's who I am. There's nothing fake about it. So it's like, let's be this. Let's do this. And you're just going to expect so much more of this, of who I am. It's just going to get better as time goes on.
You still in pain?
I'm overcoming pain. So I can't say I'm personally actually in pain. Physical pain, yeah, because I would run the streets all day trying to make things happen. But mental pain, no, I'm not in pain. I'm more so in a drive. I always had the ambition, I always had the motivation. Now it's time to put this car in drive. Ain't no reverse, ain't no neutral. It's just we in overdrive. We got the foot to the fucking ground. The gas pedal down. Ain't no brake pedal. And we going downhill at the speed of light. And at the next ramp is going straight uphill. And I refuse to miss that ramp. I missed the ramp too many times. I ain't missing the jump this time. Evel Knievel was in the building. I'm making this jump.
What makes you keep going?
makes me keep going because I know somewhere out there somebody need to hear a voice like mine. I know somewhere out there a person can relate to me. No matter how many artists are out that you can honestly say, yeah, they come from the life they talk about. You can also double that number of how many artists that's out that talk that life but ain't from it. So if I could add one more to the list in that side of real niggas, like that cloth that Jadakiss say no longer exists, I'm happy I'm an 80s baby. Ronald Reagan made me crazy because 80s baby, I come from that cloth. I mean, the cloth still existed when I was born. So you know when kids tell y'all young niggas the cloth no longer exists, I guess he talking to you young niggas because there's grown niggas. We came out the womb when the cloth was still there. You know, you can't be sworn into this. You can't be talked into this. You can't be coached into this. You are who you are. I mean, and I am him. I'm that guy. I'm that go-to guy. I'm that Michael Jordan, man. And whether I gotta be that Michael Jordan that made it on my own, that Michael Jordan that had a team that pushed me, I'm gonna be that Michael Jordan. Someday winner, I guess I could say. Shout out to someday winner, but someday winner. Like I feel where that whole movement come from. I can understand. Some people I respect their movement. I'll shout their movements out because I respect their movement. I understand their movement. I understand the meaning of the words. A lot of these other motherfuckers, I could care less about your movement because it don't mean nothing to me.
Where your parents?
My mother, God rest her soul, she's deceased watching over me. I know she proud because I'm going for what I know. I'm going for what I want to do and what I want to be no matter what anybody thinks about it. My sperm donor, because I can't say he's a daddy or a father or I love him. His sperm donor, he was around. He was the ghost that was around. Like you go to grandma's house, he there, but he don't speak to you. Y'all spend no moments together. He incarcerated right now. I don't know how much jail time he got because every time you turn around, you getting different information from different family members. It's this much time, it's that much time. He's about to come home, he's not. Honestly, I got it for my own family to worry about, my own team, my own go-to to worry about. I ain't got time to worry about what never worried about me. I'm a grown man. Whatever I ain't learned by now, I'm quite sure that man can't teach me.
Last question to wrap this interview up. Message to your haters.
Message to my haters. Ooh, y'all inspiration. Y'all is definitely an inspiration, man. And just keep hating on me. Keep hating on me. Hopefully your hate will motivate somebody that's like me, a real nigga, a real motherfucker from these streets. Say, you know what? It's so much hate going on in that over there, man. Let's give these motherfuckers more reason to hate him, man. Somebody put the Bentley in my driveway. Somebody put the ice around my neck, you know what I mean? I ain't jumping on nobody bandwagons and nothing. But goddamn, somebody, y'all know how hard it is to get to the top, man. Y'all know who deserve it and who don't. Somebody help a motherfucker out, man. Because one thing about it, I'm going to win. I just pray that it don't end up being a real nigga that got to come out at the end and see when I win and be like, damn, it could have been me that helped him. Or damn, it could have been me that could have been a part of it, you know what I mean? Shout out to real movements and real niggas like D-Block. Shout out to the Dream Chasers. Shout out to Someday Winners. Shout out to my homie Oskino. Welcome home. You know, all independent movements of niggas that did it without anybody helping them, man. Shout out to Rick Ross and MG and putting real niggas on. And, you know, last but not least, I can honestly say shout out to the Grand Hustle Gang because Tip definitely the king of the South and I respect that, man. And I just want to be the king of where I'm from and don't take this as a punch or a shot to anybody. I'm not coming at anybody. There's multiple kings in every place. I mean, I'm just the king in my hood. I'm the man where I come from. I'm BMC in the world, baby. Black Mass Cartel is what it is. And we coming to a hood near you. Best believe we there if ain't nobody else there.